Hello, I'm Leann Chivers, guest presenter here on Create and Craft. I'm really excited to be involved in these new to you videos where we show you how to use some of our most popular products that we sell here on the Create and Craft channel. In this little video, we're going to have a look at why a scoring board is so important when you're making your hand-finished projects at home, why it takes a piece of regular card and really makes it look professional rather than a little bit raggy and rough around the edges. I think once you've seen the difference it makes and seen the possibilities that are open to you when you've got a scoring board, you'll really want to add one into your crafty stash because it professionalises everything that you do. So what I've got here is some card, and I'm just going to fold it as you would at home if you don't have a scoring board available to you. So I'm just going to fold it in half, find where it meets at the end, and actually I'm not going to use my scoring board to help me because I wouldn't have one at home. So I'm going to try and straighten that up, and then I'm going to try and crease that card using my finger at home, which is what you would do. If I open that up now, you can see that that really doesn't look very pretty or professional at all. You've got some buckling around the edges, you've got some horrible marks in the spine of your card, and you can actually see where I've pressed in there in some occasions with my fingers. So that's what would happen if you don't have a scoring board. When you have got a scoring board, what happens is, because the scoring board has several little channels already made into it for you when you've got a scoring tool, when you use it, it pushes the fibres of the card into the channel that you're scoring and breaks those fibres down for you. So what it then does is when you fold it, means you've got a much smoother score line on your card rather than the rough edge that we had before. And your tool also helps you burnish that score line lovely and flat, better than your fingers can. And here you can see we've got a really professional crease in our card. And if I just bring that beside the one that we did earlier, so you can compare the two, if I just hold them together like that, you can see there really is a massive difference in the result that we have for both of them. We can see where the scoring board has really professionalised that crease. So that's the single most important reason a scoring board is important. Then it opens up a wealth of different card shapes to you. So I've got a piece of A5, I'm using my scoring tool again, I'm choosing the half fold A5 line. You've just seen me do an A4 fold previously with that piece of card before. You can see doing exactly the same technique. I've now got a lovely, professionally scored A6 card with a beautiful crease on there. That would look pre-manufactured, and I've produced that at home. Very important when you've got a scoring board. You can then use a series of different lines. So I've got another piece of A5 card, and this time I'm going to use the gatefold line on here. So I'm scoring the gatefold line, turning my card around, scoring the gatefold line again. And you can see I do several scores. And actually that's a point I'd like to help you with right now. Rather than pushing your tool in and dragging it, using all the pressure you can, it's much better to have a very light touch and just score several times gently, because that breaks down the fibres and gives you a much more professional crease in the card. If you use as much pressure as you can, really push it in there and drag it hard, there's a potential that you could pierce the card or break the coating so it shows the inside of the card, and you don't want to do that. So several light scores are always better than one hard one. And then you fold your card in along the crease you've scored, burnish it with your tool. You've got beautiful creases at the sides, and here we can see we've got a perfect gatefold card where the gap in the centre is perfectly even all the way down. It's a really unique little shape, and you've got beautiful score lines on the side. So there's another size and shape of card you can do. We can do the same again, and this time we can make a concertina card. So we pop our little piece of A5 on, we look for the concertina score line, and we score that on our card. So that's on the gatefold. And then I want the half fold A5 because I'm using an A5 piece of card. Turn it round, pop in the extra gatefold concertina line there, and then what I can do is fold this along those score lines and burnish every step of the way. You can see I'm doing that just in and out, in and out. And you've got a fabulous little concertina card there. What you could do if you wanted is make that a different shape and just fold it in a different way. And this is the pure joy of having a card folding board, because you can have those folds going anywhere you like. And each one of those creases looks very, very professional. So there's a concertina card. Now, if I take this concertina card that I've already folded, I'm just going to burnish that, make it very precise. And I take the little A6 card that I made earlier, which you've seen me make, and I put the two together. I've then made what's very popular, commonly known as a pop-out card. And I would glue the two sides together. So I would glue here, I would glue here, glue that to the inside of my card. And you can see I've got some lovely dimension that still folds flat to go in an envelope. And if I just show you what one looks like when it's decorated, here we've got an A5 pop-out card, which you could also do on your board, which you can see folds up flat to be posted. When it opens out and it's decorated, you've got all of that beautiful dimension in there. So that's what I mean by a pop-out card. So we can do that. We can keep going and we can make square cards. Square cards are incredibly popular at the moment. So I've trimmed a sheet of A4 down to 5 3/4 inches square. I'm then going to score it on my half fold A4 line. And I'm going to burnish it. Always burnish the crease with your tool because it makes it lovely and flat. And there you can see I've made my custom square card as well. By just popping in a little extra crease here on the gatefold A4 line, which folds the front of this card in half, if I fold it back, I've made what's popularly known as a foldback card. And you can do that in this square size, you can do it in A5, you can do it in A6, you could do it in DL, which is a long card if you want. All of these shapes and sizes are possible with a scoring board, and all of the measurements are worked out for you, so you don't have to be a mathematical genius to make it work yourself. That's the most important thing about a scoring board for me. So I'm going to keep that one and take a little piece of square card, actually that matches the size of it, and by just sticking that to the front, of my fold back card, I can make another really popular card at the moment, which is an easel. So that's just using my fold back card with a regular piece of square card stuck on top. It goes flat for an envelope, but then folds up for dimension to make a faux easel shape for you. So lots and lots of different possibilities with your card shapes and sizes with this board. Basic A4, all the way through to all of your fancy shapes. It's quick and it's easy. It's professional and effortless. All of the measurements are worked out on the board for you. So all you need is your piece of card, the board itself, which has all of the measurements worked out, and you're going to get incredibly professional results time after time after time. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's inspired you to invest in a scoring board and make professional card blanks for you to decorate to your heart's content in the future. But scoring boards aren't just about cards, they're about gift boxes as well, which is really exciting. And if you check out our other new to you video, I'll talk to you about exactly how easy it is to make some gift boxes too.